Buying your first home is an incredible milestone. It represents stability, freedom, and a place to build your future. I've seen that look of pure joy on countless faces when they finally get the keys. It's a powerful moment, the culmination of hard work, saving, and dreaming. You've likely spent months, maybe even years, picturing this day. You've scrolled through listings, attended open houses, and imagined your life unfolding within those four walls. However, in the whirlwind of excitement, it's easy to focus solely on the sticker price of the house. But the purchase price is only the beginning of the story. Many first-time buyers get blindsided by a whole host of other expenses that pop up along the way. These are what we call hidden costs. My goal is to pull back the curtain on these additional expenses. It's not to scare you away from homeownership, but to empower you. Knowledge is power in real estate. Before you even get close to signing the final papers, there are crucial upfront costs you must cover. The first major one is the home inspection. This is non-negotiable. A professional inspector will examine the property from top to bottom, checking the roof, foundation, plumbing, electrical systems, and more. This detailed report is your best defense against buying a property with serious, costly issues. The cost for a thorough home inspection typically ranges from $400 to $700 depending on the size and age of the home. You might also need specialized inspections for wells, septic systems, radon, or termites. Next up is the bank appraisal. Your mortgage lender requires this step. They need to ensure the house is actually worth the amount of money they are lending you. The appraisal fee is another out-of-pocket expense for you, the buyer. It generally costs between $400 and $600. The lender will order the appraisal, but you are the one who pays for it. It's important to budget for both the inspection and the appraisal as immediate cash expenses. These are the gatekeepers of the home buying process, ensuring the property is both structurally sound and financially viable. So, you've navigated the inspections and the appraisal, and you're heading toward the finish line. This is where you'll encounter closing costs. This is a broad category of fees that must be paid to finalize the real estate transaction. Many first-time buyers are shocked by the total amount. As a general rule of thumb, you should budget for closing costs to be anywhere from 2% to 5% of the home's purchase price. On a $400,000 home, that could mean an extra $8,000 to $20,000 that you need to have ready in cash. Let's break down what's included in this lump sum. There are several categories of fees. First are the lender fees, which include things like loan origination fees, application fees, and underwriting fees. Then, there are third-party fees which cover services like the appraisal, credit report, and flood certification. Finally, there are title fees including the cost of a title search and title insurance. Another significant part of closing costs are the prepaid expenses. These aren't fees for services but rather payments you make in advance for ongoing homeownership costs like insurance premiums and property taxes. Once you own the home, two of the biggest ongoing costs you'll face are homeowners, insurance, and property taxes. Homeowners insurance is mandatory if you have a mortgage. It protects your largest asset from damage due to events like fire, storms, or theft. It also provides liability coverage in case someone is injured on your property. Without it, a single catastrophic event could lead to financial ruin. The cost of homeowners insurance can vary dramatically. On average, you can expect to pay between $1,500 and $3,000 per year, but this figure is influenced by many factors like location, home age, and your credit score. Property taxes are the other major recurring expense. These taxes are collected by your local government to fund public services like schools, police and fire departments, roads, and parks. The amount you pay is based on the assessed value of your property and the tax rate set by your local jurisdictions. This is not a fixed cost. Property assessments can be updated and tax rates can change. To budget for property taxes, you should research the tax rates in the specific area where you plan to buy. Real estate listings often include the previous year's tax amount, which gives you a good starting point. Your financial responsibilities don't end after you've closed on the house. In fact, they've just begun. Welcome to the world of home maintenance. Unlike renting, where you can call the landlord when something breaks, now you are the landlord. Every single thing in that house is your responsibility to maintain and eventually replace. This includes regular, predictable tasks like cleaning the gutters, servicing your HVAC system, and landscaping. Financial experts recommend a simple rule for budgeting. Set aside 1 to 3% of your home's purchase price each year for maintenance and repairs. So, for a $400,000 home, that means you should be saving between $4,000 and $12,000 annually. This might sound like a lot, but it adds up quickly. A new furnace can cost $5,000, a new roof can easily be $10,000 or more. Then there are the unexpected repairs. These are the things that break without warning and often at the most inconvenient times. A pipe bursts in the middle of winter, your dishwasher suddenly floods the kitchen floor, or a storm damages your siding. Having a dedicated savings account for these expenses is critical. This isn't an if situation, it's a when situation. This is where your dedicated home maintenance fund becomes your safety net. If the home you're considering is in a condominium, townhouse development, or a planned single-family home community, you will likely have to join a homeowners association, or HOA. An HOA is an organization that creates and enforces rules for the properties and residents within its jurisdiction. It's responsible for maintaining the shared common areas, such as swimming pools, clubhouses, landscaping, elevators, and sometimes even the building's exterior. To fund these services, the HOA collects mandatory fees from every homeowner. They can range from a modest $100 per month to over $1,000 per month in luxury buildings with extensive amenities. It's absolutely critical to find out the exact HOA fee before you make an offer on a property. This fee is paid in addition to your mortgage, property taxes, and insurance. A high HOA fee can dramatically impact your housing affordability. When evaluating a property with an HOA, you need to do your due diligence. Don't just look at the monthly fee, ask for the HOA's financial documents. You want to see if they have a healthy reserve fund for major future repairs and replacements. If the reserve fund is low, the HOA may have to impose a special assessment, a large one-time fee charged to all homeowners, to cover a major expense. This could be a bill for thousands of dollars that you weren't expecting. You've signed the papers, the keys are in your hand, but you're not done spending money yet. Now you have to actually move into your new home, and this process comes with its own set of hidden costs. The most obvious expense is hiring professional movers. The cost for this service can vary widely, from a few $100s for a local move to several $1,000s for a long-distance relocation. Even if you opt for a do-it-yourself move, you'll still have costs for a rental truck, boxes, tape, and pizza for your friends. Once you're in the new house, you'll immediately face utility setup and connection fees. Your electricity, gas, water, and sewer services may all charge a one-time fee to transfer the account into your name or to establish new service. You'll also need to set up internet and cable, which often come with their own installation charges. These fees are usually not huge, maybe $25 to $75 per utility, but they add up. Then comes the new home shopping spree. It's almost inevitable. Your old furniture might not fit the new space, or you may discover you need things you never did before, like a lawnmower, a snowblower, or new window treatments for privacy. Now that we've uncovered all these potential costs, let's talk about how to build a budget that can handle them. The key is to think beyond the mortgage payment. A successful home buying budget is comprehensive and accounts for the total cost of ownership. Start by creating a detailed spreadsheet. List your estimated mortgage payment and then add line items for every hidden cost we've discussed: property taxes, homeowners insurance, HOA fees, and a monthly savings contribution for maintenance and repairs. This will give you your true monthly housing cost. The next step is to create a separate budget for your upfront, one-time costs. This is the cash you'll need on hand to get from making an offer to closing the deal. One of the biggest mistakes buyers make is stretching their budget to the absolute maximum the bank will lend them. Just because you are pre-approved for a certain amount doesn't mean you should spend that much. You need to be your own financial gatekeeper. Look at your true monthly housing cost and make sure it fits comfortably within your overall budget, leaving you with enough money for other savings goals, daily living expenses, and some fun. Being house poor is a stressful way to live. Create a sinking fund for homeownership, a dedicated savings account where you deposit money each month specifically for these expenses. This not only builds your savings but also gets you accustomed to the discipline of setting aside money for your home. The journey to homeownership can seem daunting, especially when you start to uncover all the costs that lie beneath the surface of the asking price. But my intention is not to discourage you, it is to arm you with knowledge. Understanding these hidden costs is the first and most critical step toward a successful and sustainable investment. You are now aware of the full financial scope of buying a home, which puts you in a position of power. Your key to success is preparation. Start saving early, not just for the down payment, but for a separate fund dedicated to closing costs and initial expenses. before you even make an offer. Research the property taxes, get homeowners insurance quotes, and scrutinize the HOA's financial health. Avoid the common mistake of buying the most expensive house you can get a loan for. Create a realistic budget based on the total cost of ownership. Your home should be a source of comfort and security, not a constant financial strain. Ultimately, buying a home is a rewarding and wonderful achievement. It's a place where you will create memories, build equity, and put down roots. By preparing for the hidden costs, you are protecting that dream. You have the tools, you have the knowledge, and now you can build a plan that works for you. So go forward with confidence, and get ready to unlock the door to your new life. You've got this.